off. Videos will tell you everything you should know about landing. There's videos out there now that show you how to properly do a wing over. They tell you just enough about it for you to go out and get your butt in trouble. Oh, there's a couple of folks who give some pretty good YouTube instruction. And if you're the kind of person who likes to go out by themselves, try those sort of things, well, you can certainly do it. I know when I first started flying, I thought I was supposed to learn those things. It was supposed to make me a better pilot somehow. And when I first started flying, I used to go up 3,000 or 4,000 feet. It took forever on that atom. And I got up there and I'd go back and forth and back and forth. Finally learned how to control that energy so that I wasn't, well, so I was in control of what I was doing. And once you do that, it's not too hard to figure out. You can do it, okay. Nothing to it. The wing over thing is a little different. I was intimidated, like most people should be. And eventually, I went for it. And I got my wing over in. I felt as if I just barely got my wing over in. And I didn't try it again for quite a while. I felt kind of bad about that because I thought I was just giving up on my progression. So after a bit, I got my courage up and kind of started over at zero again. And eventually I could do wing overs. Not big ones, just little ones. It was enough. I could come out of the wing over, take care of all that extra energy and get back on course. I was good with that. Thought about the next part of the progression and I wasn't real sure what that was. But something I was still having trouble with was rowdy air. So I started staying later in the morning when I did morning flights and starting a little bit earlier when I took off in the evening if I could manage to get set up a little bit earlier and try to catch those thermals playing that bumpy air. After a while I got to where I pay attention to the bumpy air, other than to say I didn't like it. Man, look at the deer out here now. Joel's got some deer in the field tonight. Yeah, he can kiss a few bushels of those beans goodbye. Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Look at that big buck. Ooh, he's got a rack. 2 of them there got racks. Oh, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 6 of them there. 2 of them got big racks. Now, one of them's got a big rack, the other one I can't see as well. Stick it up pretty high, just don't know how broad it is. Anyway, so I got to where the bumpy air wasn't such a big deal. I didn't like it. It wasn't fun for me. There's 1, 2, 3. They're all bucks. All 5 of them are bucks. Woo, that one's got a big old rack. Yes, sir, Joel. Couple of them there got real nice racks. All 5 of those deer are bucks. Yep, I hope I got that on video. All 5 of those deer together are bucks. And they all have nice racks. And these over here are all does. Nope. There's a buck in there too. There's 2 bucks in there. Seven bucks and 2 does. And a fawn. I'm gonna try to get down here, and I hope this camera's on. That's all I can say. 5 bucks all together right here. Wow. All 5 of those have nice racks. There's not a small rack among them. Not even on that little deer. Even he's got a pretty decent rack for his size. Oh, there's 6 deer there. 6 deer and 5 of them are big racks. One's a doe. And 2 bucks over there. Out of 9 deer, 7 of them are nice racks. Anyway, back to my story. What I discovered was that I like flying in good air. Now, good air is something that you don't get every day. By good air, I mean what most people call butter air or something close to it. Maybe a little bumpy. That's what I like to fly in. That's what I think most people like to fly in. And if you only fly on those days, you're not going to fly a whole lot of days. So, you learn to watch the weather apps and do that regularly, all the time. And come up with what you consider to be the bare minimum for what you enjoy. Because flying in air that you don't like ain't going to make the sport any better for you. And the truth be told, I don't think you're going to learn anything. Because after I went out there and acted fool, flipping around and doing crazy stuff, at least crazy for me, scaring myself, I realized that don't have to be a part of your training. You don't have to do wing overs. You don't have to do barrel rolls. You don't have to fly in bad weather and get your bump tolerance up to where you can fly upside down if you need to. That's just silly. Active piloting. Term you hear all the time. What's that mean? That means keeping your wing over your head, guys. That's all it means. That's why kiting's important. All you're doing is kiting your wing, and it's a lot easier to kite your wing in the air than it is on the ground. If you want to teach yourself how to do something, make sure that you can handle oscillations real good. Go up and get yourself swinging around a little bit and stop it. That ain't no biggie. Anybody do that? It won't make you lose your lunch or nothing. Because that's pretty much all you're doing when you're active piloting. Is keeping that wing over your head. And the only time you got to do that is if you're in rough air. And if you don't go up in rough air, you won't have to do it. But you could find yourself that way by accident. So if you're going to fly, and you don't like the rough air, just don't go up in rough air. But don't get caught in rough air. Watch some people go to fly-ins that I know for certain don't fly in bad air. Now when they're at home, and I've watched them launch when there was weather around, I believe their bump tolerance got tested that day. I suppose that happens to all of us some. but it doesn't have to. It's just like all the rest of the flying you do. It'll be what you make it. The weatherman says bad weather will be there 20 minutes after you plan on landing. Don't be surprised if he was 20 minutes off. Alright, I gotta try to land this thing. And Lord knows, this field is terrible to land in. I don't know how I haven't broken my ankle yet. Anyway, flying good air. You're the kind of person that wants to do extraordinary things, well, then I guess you can do that. But if you're not the kind of person who likes to do extraordinary things, you can still take up this sport and enjoy it. You just got to pick the right time, the right place, the right equipment. You should be all right. My butt blown off to the right here. I can see that smoke. I can see that smoke over there. And they say the wind is coming out of the south. Southeast, kind of, sort of. So that's going to be our approach. And I think we're going to go way up there in the corner, because I think I'd rather walk back to the van than landing that rough stuff down there. So wish me luck, because if I hit that rough stuff, I won't be landing on my feet, because this old man, he ain't got much run out on him. I've about run out my run out. I ain't too far from needing to track full time. Let's see which way we're going. Yeah, I'm pointing the wrong direction. It's coming mostly. I don't know. It might be a little different on the ground. Well, we're about to see. So here we go. We are coming down. Engine is dead, and I think it's going to be uphill, but this should be my smoothest, I think. Well, we hit the rough stuff, but we made her. Ta-da. I will talk to y'all later. Bye.